Good evening, everyone. It's the Covered Bridge Music Hour, and it's Monday night, as always, and it's a beautiful night out there tonight. Ricky, why are we still in the studio here, man? It's like beautiful outside.
I know. What, we're like pushing 70?
Yeah, well, you know, we're such music lovers that we've got to be in the studio no matter what. So actually, Joey won't be joining us tonight because he's next door doing some tracking. I think I remind everybody that we're working on the Covered Bridge 7 album and trying to get as much stuff done on Monday nights. When we don't have a guest, Joe will be in doing his tracking thing, and then when I get done the show, I go in there and join him, and we're really trying to put together a lot of music. We're still trying to figure out what the album's going to be about, Ricky. So I mean, I have Ricky doing some bass and keyboards on it, but he still doesn't have any idea what this album's going to be, or he's sworn to secrecy, right?
I know what about what. I'll tell you, we're lucky we've left Joey in there to his own devices.
He can handle it.
He's doing well.
He can handle it.
Yeah.
Let's get right to the music, and we're going to go right in as we do with every Covered Bridge Music Hour. We start out with Covered Bridge tracks. We're going to do 3 tracks. First track is the Blues Ain't So Blue from the Damned Old Blues album, and then we're going to go right to Antietam from the New Musical Stories of the American Civil War, followed up by Blue Skies from the album Bring the Jazz Guitar on Monday. And again, I want to thank everybody for listening in to the Covered Bridge Music Hour here in Digital Street Studio on Digital Street Radio. And this is a 3-song set from Covered Bridge, and we'll be back after this segment.
You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. Man pulled me over, said it's cool if I drive fast. I got a lifetime guarantee my new used car will last. Doctor said my broken leg wouldn't need a cast. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. AA thinks my drinking is under control. The Reverend said he's really not that worried about my soul. My heater's on the blink and my house ain't even cold. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. Your girlfriend can stay. Been late every day for work, and the boss man gave me a raise. Hell, I won the lotto, and I didn't even play. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue. You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
Man, the IRS called, said I didn't have to pay taxes no more.
I said it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
They're close to making a donor.
You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
My mother-in-law said I'm the best man she ever met.
You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
They canceled my gym membership because I'm too skinny.
You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
The boys give me a new nickname. They call me Sunshine.
You know it's true, the blues ain't so blue.
In 1862, the story sad but true. about a brigade of soldiers from the north. General Meagher's 1,000 men, a fine Irishman, walked on the fields of Antietam. General Lee's orders were found, on cigars they were bound, and McClellan marched them to the field double quick to charge a sunken road, carry the battle's heavy load on the fields of Antietam. They fought hard and fought brave, though the field became their grave, and their Irish spirit would have the battle won. And before the sun went down, Irish blood lay on the ground, on the field of Antietam. Father Colby bless them all, may God hear your call. And they charged General Gordon's sunken lair, buck and ball they came, they charged the bloody lane on the fields of Antietam. And they fought hard and fought brave, though the field became their grave, and their Irish spirit would have the battle won. And before the sun went down, Irish boys lay on the ground, on the fields of Antietam. The story it is told when the Irish took their toll, and there was no more fight left in them, disdaining rebel fire, the survivors formed a line and marched off the fields of Antietam. They fought hard and fought brave, though the field became their grave, but their Irish spirit would have the battle won. But before the sun went down, Irish blood lay on the ground, on the fields of Antietam, on the fields of Antietam. rain. Shadows on my soul, and they're showing me which way I should go. And I hear whispers in my brain, and they're telling me you can't have blue skies unless you have rain. Recall the day you left me. You said you'd come back, so I'd wait to see your face again and ease my pain. Then I'll have blue skies instead of rain. Storm and the rain stings. I'm exposed by the elements, that's what loneliness brings. You were my shelter, you're my inner room. I'll perish in the weather unless you come back soon. Deal with some rain. Memories grow thin, so easy to fade, waiting on the rain to end. I hold you in my arms and see your eyes. No more cloudy days.
And we're back here live in the studio for the Cover Bridge Music Hour again. I'm Kevin Nemeth, and I'm in. Joey's in the other room doing some tracking, and hopefully we won't bother him because I know he's hitting the record button. But I want to thank everybody for listening in tonight. So Rick, we talk about this every time on our show about areas for original artists to do original music,
right? And
we've got something going on. I think you plugged it in your show, the Rocket Launch Show tonight, and that's the open mic that's going on at Tom's Bullpen
Wednesday nights.
It's every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
All right. So all you original artists out there that you want to find a spot to go out and do a couple of your tracks, a couple of your original songs, there's a venue for you. Now, who do they contact? They contact Doyle, also known as Dial H, maybe on Facebook.
Yeah, you could probably contact him, or I don't have a number for Tom's Bullpen, but
I think it's on Facebook also, and you can probably Google it.
Yep.
You get your name on the list. I think they're taking a list for performances and times and that kind of thing.
I think it starts at 8, but I would actually get there early so you can get on the list because you're only slotted for 15 minutes.
But 15 minutes, you can do 3 original songs. I mean, this is really exciting because I think we're starting to see more and more opportunities. I know that the Young Bean in Smyrna, they have the spot where you can go in and do some originals. They have open mic nights. They have, I think they're very tolerant of people going and doing original music.
Yep.
33 West, you can actually do original music in there. You can certainly, a lot of folks go in there and do covers, but there's an original music venue. I heard even out of Jonathan's Landing with the Blues Jam, you've got some guys out there doing some original blues stuff out there. Of course, he's bringing a lot of acts that have original music.
Yep.
So the original music vibe is really starting to accumulate or take a little bit of stickiness here in
gaining ground.
Gaining ground, and I hope we can have a little part of helping that continue. So let's get right to our next round of music. We've got some great tracks. First one is Michael Hughes, a track called So Long, and which I like that track. And then Scott Bloodsworth with Out of the Dark, followed by Chris Kirby from his recently released album, Whistling Past the Graveyard. It's a track called Pretty People. And then we'll end that 4-song segment or 4-song list with Hyde Park and a tune called Throw That Rock Away from Rats, Cats, and Dogs back from in the mid-'80s, which is still one of my favorite albums.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get right to the music. Again, thanks for listening in tonight. I know it's a beautiful night out there, but I'm glad you guys are listening in on the Cover Bridge Music Hour here at Digital Street Studio and Radio.
I don't look back, I don't think what if. Woulda, shoulda, coulda isn't on my list of things I do, except for you. I can't help but wonder, what did I do so wrong? But you're gone so long. I'm a busy man, I work long days. I'm up and at 'em early and I get home late. Keeps you off my mind. Come bedtime, when I hit the lights, the nights I find drag on and on. So long, so long, so long. So long, so long. Seems like forever since you've been gone so long. I wonder, what does it take to pay for the mistakes we make? For heaven's sake, why does it take so long? Maybe someone new is what I need to jumpstart my heart back up to speed. But anything more than friends, well, that depends. I don't think that I can go through that again. It's gone. So long, so long, so long, so long, so long, so long. Seems like forever since you've been gone.
Seems like forever since you've been gone.
Seems like forever since you've been gone. So long.
This is Amy Spampinato for Digital Street Radio, and you can check them out at digitalstreetradio.com.
in the cardboard house. I wait outside his door to see if he'll come out. He says when he closes his eyes, he dreams in black and white. When he was a younger man and life didn't pass him by. Pretty people walking by his view, pretty people on this avenue. Pretty soon I believe he will be pretty too, with all the pretty people. Na, na, na. She locks all the doors at night to keep the bad people out. Her kids have all left town and they never come around. Sometimes I would talk to her, these days she stays inside. She sits in a window chair watching pretty people go by. Pretty people walking by her view, pretty people on this avenue. Pretty soon I believe she will be pretty too, with all the pretty people. Na, na, na. He says when he closes his eyes, he dreams in black and white. When he was a younger man and life didn't pass him by. Pretty people walking by his view, pretty people on this avenue. Pretty soon I believe he will be pretty too. Pretty people walking by her view, pretty people on this avenue. Pretty soon I believe she will be pretty too, with all the pretty people. Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Na, na.
Cry bedtime, we're coming from inside our bed door screen. So I hit the ground running like some lonesome loser in a sad bed rain. And I don't steal clear many things that I should not. But these days my eyes just don't seem to see so good. And I wonder, why do I yearn to be so blue? Is it a promise I made to myself, or honey, do I owe that one to you? I lay my head on down, I know when you are walking near. But these days my ears only listen to things that you wanna hear. Well, I'm saying I can't give you everything. But good reason to laugh and sing. I know you love a diamond ring. Throw the rock away. Throw the rock away. Rock away, baby. Oh, yeah. I said over and over and over, baby, I got no business being with you. Love is a powerful notion that tattoos its mark all over you. It is settling on it, don't you? Got no reasons I wanna stay, and you won't stop the flood as my desire bleeds away. And I wonder, why do you yearn to be so blue? a promise you made to yourself, or honey, who do you owe that one to? I lay my head on down, I know when you are walking near, but these days my ears only listen to things they wanna hear. When I'm singing, I can't give you everything, but good reason to laugh and sing. I know you love a diamond ring. Throw the rock away, throw the rock away. Got to rock, got to throw it away. Do it today. She cried bedtime, we're coming from inside a big door screen. So I hit the ground running like some lonesome loser in a threadbare rain, and I don't steal clear many things that I should now. But these days my eyes just don't seem to see so good. And I wonder, why do I grind to be so blue? Is it a promise I made to myself, or honey, do I owe that one to you? I lay my head on down, I know when you are walking near, but these days my ears only listen to things they wanna hear. That's why I'm singing, I can't give you everything. Good reason to laugh and sing. I know you love a diamond ring. Throw the rock away, throw the rock away. Got to throw it away, baby.
And welcome back to the Cover Bridge Music Hour. I'm Kevin Nemeth. I'm sitting in with Ricky Rocket Beck, who's helping me engineer. Joey is in the room next to us doing some tracking, and maybe even hear some of that going through the walls. But
They can't see me, but I'm waving.
you're waving?
to Joe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we want to thank everybody for listening in tonight. I saw on Facebook, Rick, all my Facebook friends are music related, so
Right.
I always keep up with everything. But I saw a Million, our buddy A Million, the poet,
man.
was at up in Wilmington at the cafe. I think it
Was it there or was it Philly? I think it was Philly.
maybe it was Philly.
Yeah.
Okay, and he
With Melodic.
with Melodic, which we've played that we played some of Million's music here on our show. But I guess he had a concert up there, so
Yeah, I'm waiting for Melodic to give me permission to play that track.
yeah, it's good R&B. If you guys get a chance to get out and see A Million, he's got some great music, and we played the track here on the radio station. And also, I noticed, Rick, that we have a lot of boxes in the studio. For all the listeners out there, what happens is Rick buys gear, and it comes in big boxes. So we have boxes all in the studio right now. So we already have a brand new jazz bass. We've got a new, looks like a rack-mounted
it's a bass pod.
Which are you going to put that on the board so we can mess around?
I don't know, man. You're throwing me under the bus because I'm the tax man. No, seriously, these are my write-offs.
Yeah, right. It's your business expenses.
Yeah, there you go.
It's legitimate, folks. So even in the future when anybody tax people are listening to this, it is legitimate. He is buying a legitimate equipment and he's using it pretty quickly.
And the new bass is actually an American Jaguar. And I finally tuned it up, and I plugged it into the pod.
How'd it sound?
Oh, my.
Well, what's it doing? Why aren't we using it tonight?
Because I'm waiting for a rack bag.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. We can plug that thing in.
Well, I might just do that. But running through the board, it sounds fun.
Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll definitely give it a shot. So, let's get right to some music. We've got 4 songs from... Starting off with Nothing But Trouble with one of my favorite songs from Joey and those guys called Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. And then we have Nate Grower with Cedarwood, which Nate does an excellent job on that fiddle. Honey Badgers for Lullaby for Little Songbird. And then we'll end the segment with Junior Wilson, Going Up the Hill. Now, Rick's got his finger up. What's going on, Rick?
Well, I was just going to say, I'm sure there's a lot of listeners and musicians out there wondering how they get their music.
Oh, please send it to us at www.digitalstreetstudio@gmail.com. We are in need of original music. We still are out always looking for new tracks and new artists. If you know anybody that has original music, they can get up with us. And again, email us at digitalstreetstudio@gmail.com so we can get your music played on the air. And again, thanks everybody for listening in. It's a beautiful Monday night. I know you're probably got lots of things you want to do, so we really appreciate you listening in to the Covered Bridge Music Hour. So let's get right to the music.
Watch a submarine race. A submarine race. Well, Marsha, 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 it sure would be
Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Well, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Yeah, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Oh, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. I like to get to know you good.
Hey, this is Adam Murray of Adam Murray and the Mudmill Murderers, and you are listening to DigitalStreetRadio.com, the local independent original music broadcast venue, baby.
Oh, little bird, come down from your tree. Won't you sit on my knee? Won't you listen to me? Someday soon you'll spread your wings, fly the whole world round and see everything. But for now, you're my little bird. Oh, little bird, sleep bird, sleep so sweet and smile while you dream. Your feathers are soft and your steps are small. You've a tiny little chirp and you're not that tall. But someday soon you'll be real big, growing strong and wild like a tulip in spring. But for now, you're my little bird. Oh, little bird, grow. Oh, little bird, grow. Oh, little bird, grow up slow. You'll be wiser than you know. Oh, little bird, listen to my song, and when it feels right, won't you sing along? But darling, don't just repeat after me. You've gotta learn to sing for yourself, you see. But for now, you're my little bird. Oh, little bird, sing. Oh, little bird, sing. Oh, little bird, sing so true, around the world so new. Oh, little bird, come down from your tree. Won't you sit on my knee? Won't you listen to me? Someday soon you'll spread your wings, fly the whole world round and see everything. But for now, you're my little bird. Oh, little bird, fly. Oh, little bird, fly. Oh, little bird, fly away across the big blue sky.
And welcome back to the Cover Bridge Music Hour. And we're going to wrap up tonight's show. Again, thanks everybody for listening in. And we've played some great music tonight. And we'll be back here again next Monday night. Oh, I've got a couple things. On the 20th of April, we have Captain Blue guys coming in, the Grass Band coming in on April 20th.
Cool.
So we'll have those guys live on the Cover Bridge Music Hour, and we'll surely have a lot of fun like we did last Monday night when Adam Murray was in with his brother. We had a blast on that Monday night. But so coming up, we've got Captain Blue's Grass Band on April the 20th, and we can't wait for that. And let's see, Joey's at Touchdown on Wednesday.
Yes.
He's on Touchdown.
I don't
on
think
Wednesday.
there's any guitar players coming to town, so I think he'll be back.
Last week he took the Wednesday off so he could go see Jorma at Sports Center with the rebirth of the Short Center going on. And I heard it was a great show.
Cool.
So I heard it was a really good show. But in any case, check out Joey on Wednesday night this week at the Touchdown. He does a great solo act. We are extremely busy in the studio right now. We are swamped, and we're real excited about that too. But we've got to get a lot of music out the door for folks. People were ready to get out in the summer and start, getting their music out there and selling it and trying to get it out there online. So, well, let's end the show again. I want to thank everybody. Oh, one last thing. You can stay tuned and listen to last week's podcast, or actually their actual broadcast. It will podcast it for you, of the Rocket Launch Show and the Cover Bridge Music Hour Show.
Immediately following
this. Well, we're going to have 2 tracks first.
Right. That's last week's shows. But if they want to hear prior shows,
just go on digitalstreetradio.com. There you can see the tabs. You'll see the links, and you can actually click and listen to past shows, both the Rocket Launch Show and Cover Bridge Music Hour.
There you go.
And I have to plug also, we're starting to put CNC Insurance Audio. We have some audio blogs and the Know Your Risk in Business show, which we're really starting to get out, which we'll talk a little bit more about that too. So that's an interesting twist on my other side of my business, which is insurance. And certainly we've got those links. What we're trying to do over time is Digital Street Radio will also be promoting local businesses in the area, and we'll be putting those links on the radio station. So thanks again for listening in, and we're going to end this segment, actually end the show with Mike Fillmore with his track Seclusion, and then Shades of August, Not Enough Angels from their album What Doesn't Kill You, followed by last week's Rocket Launch Show, and then the Cover Bridge Music Hour. Thanks everybody for listening in.
feet. Another world away, a baby's born to hate, a way of life too hard to understand. So tell me who's to blame. There's not enough angels, not enough to save us, not enough to keep us from falling down, to keep us from falling down. Another cross is burned, another lesson learned from a generation taught to fear. Another's way to rise, another way to fight among the shackles on their feet. Another world away, another price is raised as the ratings rise on TV.